Okay, so here we go with number 17. So the way this is going to kind of look is we're looking at this one, and it is 16 units long side to side. So we're just going to map that out really quick. So we got one here. Hoping you guys can see that. Okay, and then that's 5, 10, 15, and 16. We're going to go up 7 on both sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. That's 5, 7 right here. Then it goes back 7. So that's going to be 5, 7. And we'll bring that up over here. This guy right here on the left is going to be a 7 by 7 by 7 cube. So 3, 6, 7. 3, 6, 7. Bring that forward here, and then we'll bring it down. So we should be looking at something like this. Get all of our lines in here. Okay. And this is where we should be so far. All right. So right here, we got this little slot with the feet coming in 1 from either side. So little line right here. The slot is only 1 unit tall, so we'll bring that up 1 and then across. And then we'll have that little line added to make sure that we're showing that this is a 3-dimensional part. Okay. Then we got this rectangle right here, which is 2 wide. So off of the top corners on the right hand square, we're going to bring that in 2 right here. Okay, so that's what we're looking at so far. Then if you notice right here, we have a gap of 3 between these tick marks. So we're going to skip 3 and connect it over to this right hand square. Then if you notice, we got tick marks that tell us the level of this line right here, which is 2. So off of right here, we'll bring that up 2, and then we'll just connect the L in. Okay, just like that. All right. Then we got this gap right here. So this top of this inclined plane right here is 2 down from the top of the part. So we're going to bring down this corner 2, like so, and then it's going to come across like this to match where we need to be. Okay, so we haven't discussed this inside section right here, which we have some tick marks to help guide us, but for the most part we have to figure out the slope of this edge right here. Okay, so we'll come into, because that's how far this notch goes in to the part, but we have to figure out the slope here. It starts 2 down from the top and ends 2 up from the bottom, from the back to the front respectively. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring this across right here. Okay, and then we'll bring this line across like so, drawing it real light. So you should have a slope of 3/7. And what you can do is you can draw the slope of that line down to get that. And you'll notice that when you're looking at this point and you chase it straight up to meet where the slope of that line is, it's going to be about 3. Okay, so we'll call it 3 for now. And then we know that this gap right here is 3 as well. So what we're going to do is bring that over to the right 3. Okay, and then we'll just fill in the rest of the lines we need. Okay, and then just erase a couple to give us better definition of what's going on. Okay, so that should be everything minus the holes, which are pretty easy. So the one on the right hand side is 1 down and 1 in. So we'll come 1 down from the top, 1 in from the front, diameter of 2, side facing plane. So our crosshair is going to be up, down, front to back. And then we'll give it a good old circle. Okay, make sure you erase the boxes around your part. Okay, And then from there, we have our circle over here on the cube part, and that's completely centered, so that's 2 in from any of the 4 sides. Okay, it's a top facing plane, so we'll have a front to back, left to right crosshair, and then just bring that circle around. Okay, and that's it for the ISO of 17. Okay, so here we go with the orthos. So for the orthos, we're going to map out a 7 by 16 long rectangle. 16 long, yep. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 to right here. Then we're going to go up 7 on both sides, so 3, 6, 7. Okay. Bring that all the way over. On the left-hand side, we have a 7 by 7 square we're going to work with, so 3, 6, 7. And we'll bring that down. Okay. And just to fill this in, we're looking like this. Okay, with this line over here, marking our right-hand side. Okay, remember we got that slot, so we're going to come in 1 and go up 1 on both sides. Like so. And then along the top here, we're going to come in 2. And then along the bottom, we're going to skip 3 and connect it to the right hand side here. Okay. Then we're going to go up 2 and connect this as a backwards L right here. Okay. From there, the top of this inside plane is down 2 from the top, so we're going to bring that across like so. Okay. And then we're going to connect the bottom, okay? Because technically this whole part is flat except for right here along the bottom. All right, and if you remember, we made this inside section 3 tall, so we're going to go up 3 and just map that out like so. Okay, and then from there we just have to do our circles. So if you remember over here, it's 1 down from the top, so we're going to have hidden lines, 1 down from the top and 2 away from that. Okay, and then we'll have a little dash, another little dash, and then a long dash to kind of signify where our center is. I don't want this to touch the object line here, or else it will be confused as another object line. And then for the circle over here, it's 2 away from either side, so you'll have 2 in, you'll have a hidden line going all the way down, and then 2 in from the other side, another hidden line, and then your center line. We'll just break both of those, and remember, the hidden lines do not go into this empty space right here. Okay, next thing we got to do is our side view. So our side view fits into a 7 by 7 square, which is kind of ridiculous. Okay, so draw a 7 by 7 square, and then we'll start filling it in with a bunch of hidden lines and circles. Okay, so the first thing we're going to start with is our slot over here, which is 1 up from the bottom. It goes all the way through the part. Okay. From there, we have to mark what this kind of section is, and that's 2 in from the front. It goes back 2, if you remember from our ISO, it goes into the part 2, and it's 3 tall. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into and up 3 to this point with a hidden line. Okay, and then if you remember, our slope side starts 2 up from the bottom and ends 2 down from the top, and we'll just connect it as best as we can as a hidden line all together. Might be a little crooked or curvy, but that's fine. That's going to work for us now. Okay, so here's where it gets a little crazy. we're going to have a circle with a hidden line going through it because of these two overlapping somewhat. So we're going to start with our circle. I'm not going to draw the box for it just because it's going to make the drawing really confusing. So for the time being, know that your center point's 2 in from the front and 2 down from the top. And you'll draw your circle. Okay? And then we just got our hidden lines. So this circle's 2 back from the front, which is going to bring us right through here. Okay? It's going to connect with this hidden line, but just know that technically it stops behind where this hidden line is. And then there's 3 away from that. So we have that so far. Okay? And then our hidden center line will go right through the center here and only break that bottom hidden line, or else it'll tell us that it needs to go all the way through the part, which it doesn't. It ends where the empty space is. Okay? So that's our side view. For our top view, we got a 7x7 square on the left hand side, and then we're going to have a 2x7 rectangle on the right hand side. Okay, so let's draw those. And make sure these are all aligned with each other. Okay, so that's what we're working with so far. It's connected along the back. So we'll have another object line connecting us along there. Then we're going to skip 3 and connect along the front. Right here. And then technically this whole inset part goes back 2 inside the part. So we'll go back 2, go over 3, and then back down 2. So we're looking at something like that. And now all we need is our hidden lines. So for this slot, it's going to be 1 in on either side of the 7x7 square. Right here and here. Okay, and then we just have to deal with our circles. So the one over here is 1 in from the front. Diameter is 2. Normal hidden line this time. Normal center line. Okay, and then this guy is going to be centered 2 away from either side, and this time I will draw the box just because it's a big square, a big circle. Okay, get your center point and then draw your circle as best as you can. And that is it for 17. Just make sure you erase your boxes and you'll be good to go.